Hey guys, what's up? I hope you're having a wonderful day. Today I want to talk about the fees on the Ethereum network. As everybody who follows crypto and Ethereum knows, uh, the fees have gone up a lot. There's a lot of interest in all the Ethereum tokens, the DeFi uh, tokens, and now the NFT ones. And um, I I'm not an Ethereum maximalist. I'm not a hater either. I just view everything in crypto as an investment for now. Interesting technology that might work, and I hope it works in the future. But it can also fail. But this is mostly for me about investing, and I just want to share my opinion about how the fees might uh, impact Ethereum as an investment, as Ethereum's adoption chances for the near and long term future. Um, so first, let's look at the negative, and then the positive or the neutral. So the negative ones would be that the fees also on the BTC network have been high, always have been high. There has been a lot of civil war about the high fees, and even though the a large portion of the Bitcoin community wasn't happy about the fees, wanted just a bigger blocks, more transactions, um, maybe second layer solutions that people would adopt, and things like that. It never worked on BTC. They still have the Lightning network and other stuff that, frankly, I don't think it's real. It's never going to happen. But overall, they have accepted the high fees, and even make arguments that yeah, it's in the future it's going to have even larger fees. The whole world is going to use BTC, but the fees will be only banks and central banks will be able to afford the fees and stuff like that. And I'm not saying this is a good idea, or it's going to work, but I'm saying the BTC community has accepted it, and the current market that is investing in BTC has also accepted that fact that the at least on the first layer, the on-chain transactions will be expensive and will even get more expensive over time. Now, how does that compare to Ethereum? Well, Ethereum has the same limitations. However, Ethereum never uh, marketed itself as something like a digital gold. There was never a talk about how the fees on Ethereum will just increase over time, and you will one day pay $1,000 or 10,000 or $1,000,000 for one transaction. It was always clear that it's going to in its current form, it's going to have scalability issues, but the high fees wasn't a part of the Ethereum design. It wasn't promoted as something expensive to use. Um, so that's the difference between Ethereum and BTC, and I wouldn't say that okay, just because in BTC everybody accepted it, on Ethereum would be the same thing. Just mm, I mean, maybe if we have a narrative change, like like we had in BTC, like we had in just as from digital cash to digital gold in Ethereum, but I highly doubt that. I think the plan is always to scale for Ethereum, but uh, do it in Ethereum 2.0 as a proof of stake or something else that they're working on. But in its current state with the high fees, it's not something that the market is going to accept in the way they accepted BTC. They on the BTC network, I don't think anybody right now really has a realistic expectation of the fees dropping in the near future. Maybe they think like in 10 years there will be like a second layer solution or whatever in 20 years, but most people have just accepted the high fees on BTC, but on Ethereum it's not going to be like that. People have higher expectations when it comes to scalability. So that would be my argument against Ethereum and the high fees and the potential impact on its market share in the crypto space, because people are just not going to accept it in the way they accepted BTC. So that's the negative. Now, to view the not a positive, not that the high fees are a positive thing, but um, as I am searching for reasons why the high fees won't matter much, that they don't change anything. Um, Everything, even though it's crypto is 10 years old, BTC, Bitcoin is 11 years old, and Ethereum like 7 years. Everything still feels like uh, at the very beginning, and people are just very they are ready to just wait for a solution. So that might apply to Ethereum as well. And uh, the my biggest argument why the fees won't destroy Ethereum, I'm certain the high fees are not a good thing. They are definitely pricing out a lot of people from using Ethereum and just giving a bad user experience to people. Not only the high fees, but also the failed high fees, the failed transaction where you pay a high fee and your transaction fails even then, so you have to do it again. But and not just and not an argument in favor, but uh, maybe a neutral argument for the high fees is that it's really people who are building and using Ethereum, they are not doing it because uh, because of the scalability that Ethereum has. It's mainly because of the liquidity, because of all the money going in and out of Ethereum, that is going in and out of Ethereum apps, networks, all the DeFi protocols. And I have here a website, cryptofees.info, and it shows the daily and the weekly uh, fees earned by miners, just the fees going through the network, not the transactions, but the transaction fees. And we can see Ethereum has so much more transaction fees generating than BTC, Bitcoin. And it's when you go down, these are Ethereum protocols. I'm sure all of this is already included into the Ethereum uh, fees. Otherwise, it would be even larger. But I'm sure it's included in that already, and you can see how much individual protocols also generate fees. But if you like the third one, Stellar, for example, it's it's nowhere near Ethereum. And Stellar is like a bit more similar to Ethereum, Binance Chain, maybe, and something like Cardano, Polkadot are trying to be like Ethereum, but you can see that the fees are nowhere near Ethereum. It's really just Ethereum, and not even BTC is really close to Ethereum. Like BTC is closer to Uni or Sushi than it is to, okay, not Sushi, but definitely Uni, than it is to Ethereum. And of course, it's a bad thing that they are paying such high fees and the transactions fail. But this is just demand, and you can view it as demand. People just want to use Ethereum. It would have been better if this was every transaction was if this was like trillions of transactions, and with low fees and fast confirmation, all of that. It's not the case, but the reality is still that there is so much demand for using the space on the Ethereum network, and nothing comes close. And so people who are building and using Ethereum, they're here because of the liquidity, because of all the money that is just being exchanged and is coming into the Ethereum network. And you can replicate a, a blockchain. You can make Ethereum classic. You can just fork Ethereum right now, and you can make a faster version of it. You can make Stellar. You can make whatever Binance chain has going on, Cardano or whatever. But you cannot replicate the liquidity. It's not that simple. It's not like you have a bad experience with Ethereum. You're trying to, play with the DeFi stuff, create NFT tokens and so on, and you're frustrated at a failed transaction. You don't want to pay such high transaction fee, and you just say, okay, no, I'm sick of it. I'm gonna go to another network. You can't do that because the liquidity that is on Ethereum doesn't exist on other networks. Not even close. So you're kind of stuck, like not stuck, but if you want to have access to all of that liquidity, you you want to stay. And this is why I am almost certain that at least in the near term future, the high fees won't impact Ethereum's market share, and it will just continue. Maybe the fees will even go higher, but in the short term future, I don't think it will have a meaningful impact. In the long term, especially if Ethereum fails to do any progress for scaling, and if there is not even a hope any longer for Ethereum to scale, then of course it's possible for people to migrate. But right now, I don't think Cardano, Polkadot, and all the alternatives, I don't think they will be able to eat a meaningful market share from Ethereum, because although the prices have gone up, and you can see that the liquidity and the volume, there's a lot of volume, exchange volume, if it's true exchange volume, because we also don't know that. Even that does make me feel like people will actually migrate from Ethereum to Cardano. Maybe in the long term, but in the short term, it's going to stay like that way on Ethereum. And yeah, I think Ethereum in at least for this year and the next years will be, in my opinion, a good place to invest. We shall see. Um, yeah. Anyways, this is what I think about the high fees on the Ethereum network. Let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.